world, it may not be a tarot card reading, but I think we could all collectively agree. I think we all need to get tucked in, get petted, a little kiss on the forehead, a little tucking in. Okay, I just also realized after I made the post, I just wanted you guys to know that I'm not speaking necessarily individually. Like, do I think that everyone who watches tarot card readings is limerent or like is having spiritual psychosis? No. And especially for anyone that's been following me, I go on big research tangents and discover lots of things, and then my brain goes into overdrive. Plus I had a really stressful week. So, but if you've been around a bit, you know I'm pretty honest. I try to keep it real. So these things were already kind of weighing on me, and then I saw the W5, that's our Canadian investigative, crazy great documentaries. Yeah, they did this expose 3 months ago on this huge cult. It has twin flame in the name. Anyway, and then there's a young woman on TikTok who's been talking about being in love with her psychiatrist, which is where, anyway, it just led into all these things, and I was like, I feel ethically, like, I don't know how I feel about this. Anyway, so I do acknowledge that I don't think I could continue the channel the way it's been going with tarot cards, or at least not in this way. But do I believe in win-win-win? Yes. I think there's probably a way to find the parts that I loved about doing this channel. Like, if you know, you know, I believe in the demonstrations. I believe in keeping the process real of like, this is what real life looks like. This is what it looks like to be a spiritually motivated person who's also interested in a million other things, but like, life is sloppy, life isn't perfect. We're all really going through it. So, I'm gonna think about it. If there's things that you liked about this channel, that even if it weren't to be tarot per se, but still had themes, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna sit with the old spirit team and see. Because to be honest, one thing I do love about, I hung out with the Quakers for a hot second. What I love about the Quakers, in case you're not familiar, but when you go to, I don't know the language around it, but basically they'll just sit quietly. And in the summer, they usually like will sit outside and everyone's just kind of quiet. And then if someone feels compelled to share something, again, like we would call it like a download or like, but you kind of just speak from your heart. You share what's kind of moving you in that moment, and people listen, and then it's quiet. And there's just a lot of like kind of quiet meditation and stillness until someone else is called to speak from their heart about something. And I really do love the 12-step model of sharing your experience, strength, and hope. I think that's like a real win-win-win. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna meditate on it. I'm gonna reflect. I'm gonna see. And I don't know. That's one thing. I don't know until I know, but I'm open. I just know it can't be like this. It feels too heavy on my heart. For me, it is a big responsibility, but it is nice connecting to people. I do think that we learn through each other. I really believe that when we hear our stories, or parts of our stories, and other people's stories, or I don't know. There's just room to breathe, to be like, we don't have to have it figured out. We just have to be honest about like where we're at, what it looks like for us, and like where we want to go. Like, guys, if you could have seen me on some of these days last week, like, I look cute as a button in this moment. Like a kitten, I know, but you have not seen me struggle and fight God. It's real, you know? But all that to say, what I don't think I conveyed, though, as much as I would have wanted in that last video, is just that I am grateful, though, for every single person that has checked in, even if they aren't around now. You know, we flow in, we flow out, but it has been a real pleasure. And yeah, I think this and that are true. There's lots of things that freak me out about, yeah, that fine line. And like, yeah, YouTube as a platform and all the things mentioned, but who knows? I'll sit with it. I'll see if there's something else. We shall see. And, yeah. Just remember, you can always borrow my grandma anytime. That doesn't go away. So, no matter where you are, you just call on Grandma Florine, just like I tell my son. I say, son, if I can't be there, and you're scared, you just call on Grandma Florine. So you always have Grandma, and I still stand by it. You can't be a nobody when you're somebody to me, you know? Alright, gang. I'm gonna have my hot chocolate, and yeah, get tucked in with old Bonita. She's waiting for me. We were just in bed, and I couldn't sleep. So, on that note, let's get tucked. Let's get tucked. Kiss on the forehead, a little forehead rub. Maybe you would like a hot chocolate before bed. Maybe not. Might get you all crazy. Give you bad dreams. I don't know. I'm wild. I just suck it back and go straight to bed. Okay. Well, world, I'm sure I will post another video at some point. I don't think it's gonna be tarot, but will it pertain to spiritual things along the way? I always have something to talk about. We know that to be true. But I just know it can't be like this. Anyway, that's all. I just want to say thanks, and to also be like, I don't think that everyone who's watched any videos is psychotic or totally limerent, but, you know, these are things that I think are important. Okay. Night-night.